General Dhillon, the challenge is the hybrid terrorists, that Tausif Raina speaks of. Who are these hybrid terrorists? They live in the same Kashmiri society. They could be living in Srinagar, they could be living in Baramulla, Anantnag, Kulgam, Sopore, anywhere. They could be living amongst us. And yet that information is not coming to intelligence agencies, which means instead of raising their voice against hybrid terror, there are elements in Kashmiri society, whether it's out of fear, money or tacit support, are supporting these hybrid terrorists and this Nizam-e-Mustafa or a radical Islamic state that Pakistan or Pakistan-sponsored elements may be wanting to make in Kashmir, sir.
See, we have to understand last 32, 33 years what has happened in Kashmir. Because of the type of fear which Mr. Tausif Rana just spoke about, the Hurriyat, the separatists and the terrorists, they would call for a bandh, they would call for a boycott, and it would happen. All the parties, irrespective of their affiliations, all the political parties over the last 32, 33 years have ensured their sympathizers or the people whom they recommend or project were recruited at the lowest level, may it be in the police constabulary, may it be in the revenue department, may it be in the education department, may it be in the banking system or any other department of the government. Now, over the last 32 years, these people who were recruited at the lowest level have progressed in the hierarchy, and today they are at the middle rank of the bureaucracy. They are at the rank of Patwari and Narconugos, they are at the level of the manager of a local bank, they are at the manager of a headmaster of a primary or a middle school, they are at the level of SHO and Munshi of a Thana. Now, these are the people who have infiltrated the system at the lower bureaucratic level. They are the people who are sympathizers of all that what's happening in Kashmir today. They are the people who provide the information, they are the people who provide the wherewithal, they are the people whom you call as hybrid terrorists.
Sir,
this man is a bank manager by day, a white-collar job, and...
Fair enough, sir.
Yes.
Fair enough. 2019 August was Article 370's, it was defanged, the integration was completed. From 2019 till 2022, what has been done to weed out these elements? Point one. Point two, it's only now that the J&K administration has taken the decision that Kashmiri Hindus and Pandits and others will not be posted in these far-flung areas. But this has been a demand for a very long time. So I can understand if pre-370 this demand was not accepted, but even post-370 it took so many killings for the administration to wake up.
See, it's a question of administration, so I will not go much into it because my domain is security and counter-terrorism, as also the terrorism from across the border. So I will restrict myself to that domain. The point which you are making is true, that on ground the people who are executing these instructions from across the line of control are living within our society. They are part of us by day and they are doing these nefarious things either by day or by night. So we need to weed out, identify and weed out these elements. This has to be a priority one job. And as regards your last question on radicalization, I would like to say any society can be radicalized if the individual cannot differentiate between good or the bad. Now, for a person to be able to differentiate between the good and the bad, he has to have a good education. He has to be well qualified. For that matter, the education system in Kashmir needs a major overhaul, wherein the student in the school should look forward to a good college, and a student in the college should look forward to a good professional education as also a job.
Fair
as
enough.
long as
Tausif
the
Raina,
education system and the
Raina,
job opportunities are not there,